the 7-inch electronic paper sign to glass. First, I want to point out that the original design solution had 3 points of contact, 1, 2, and 3, for mounting to the glass surface. Of course, the advantage to this design solution is it made this easy to remove and replace the batteries on the back side. Well, in the case of an oversized custom frame like this one from the University of Florida, these 3 points of contact don't actually support this sign very well. So we have an engineered solution, and for the purpose of this demo, I'm going to use this piece here that's already damaged so I don't mess up one while I'm going through this process. But this approach includes a bracket that mounts around the battery compartment. Once it's mounted around the battery compartment, you use 3M command strips, including the tabs for removing the strip, and that piece ultimately gets mounted to the glass. In this particular case scenario, we've already prepped the glass with alcohol, which 3M recommends for its command strip product. It's important to note that the command strip product has 2 sides. One side is red, which is designed to be mounted to the unit. The other side is black, which is designed to be mounted to the glass. But I'm going through the process first of removing the backing on this taped piece here. We're going to apply this to our sign. Remember, it is very important to note that you should mount this around the battery compartment entrance and do not let it overlap on that entrance, because it will be very difficult to remove this back and replace the batteries in the future. So I'm simply going to adhere this to the back of this device here. Remember, I noted the red side goes to the product and the black side goes to the glass itself. You can see the tabs here, and of course I want to make sure that these tabs stick out slightly through that little depressed area so that I can remove these later. Again, the red side goes to the product, the black side here goes to the glass. Take into account these little removal cutouts, and you'll see there's 1, 2, and 3 of them. We would recommend that you use all 3 pieces. They are rated at 5 pounds each for a total of 15 pounds. So you can see here I've mounted all 3 pieces. I will now remove the glass bearing side here. 1, 2, and 3. And of course, as you mount this to the glass, you want to ensure that you have a level to make sure that it is in fact level. I'm just going to use this little one as a gift from Chief here. And I'm simply going to align it on the glass itself, ensure that the product is level, and adhere it to the glass. Be careful not to touch the electronic paper part of the glass, but use the frame structure around it. Once that is mounted there, then the next step will be to attach our custom faceplate here. Clicks into place as such. And the last piece, of course, is, and I'm not going to go through this entire process, but to use the screws in the side with the provided Allen wrench and to secure the faceplate to the unit itself. And basically that's the process for mounting this unit to the glass. We would use these screws on the side with the provided Allen wrench. Of course, then when I need to change the batteries in the future, I simply remove the faceplate and I would use the tabs on the side, so right now on this side here, which would probably take a pair of needle nose pliers, which I don't have with me, to pull them out and remove it from the glass. And those are the steps for mounting this to glass. This is the second part to the glass mounting tutorial. This includes the back plate that goes on the back side of the room sign. You can see here that if I were sitting in the classroom or a conference room, I would see our 3M strips, mounted here. I've already removed 2 of them just as an example. But this piece is designed to cover the back side of the unit so that persons on the back side of the room do not see all of that adhesive tape or serial numbers or other markings on the back of the unit. So in order to do this, very similar to the other side, you simply remove the 2 pieces of adhesive tape. I would encourage you to use a level since the front side is already level. You would mount this to the back side, and in the end you would get a finished product that looks basically like that. And that's what it would look like to mount this backside element to the back of the room sign. All right, this is the third segment in our glass mounting tutorial. I'm going to remove this faceplate here and just show how it's easy to use a pair of pliers. You can see here is our 3M strip. You're going to pull it down, grab it with your finger, and of course once you pull it all the way out, the unit will be removed from the glass and we can replace the batteries. From there, we would add 3 new 3M strips and go through the leveling process again and mount our display to the glass, and we should be good to go.